People do not want to jump through hoops. If they wanted to join the circus, they would have. They do not want to jump through hoops to become your client. They don't need to. They don't need to jump through hoops. What they need is clear and concise and something that matters to the end result. So I see so often people have these like long, drawn out, like client consultation forms and these like crazy, like you have to do 30 things and then we send you another form and then we send you another form and then you have to give us your first half of your deposit and then the next of your every deposit. So every time you're paying 1.5 times what your appointment is. It's like, what? Slow down. Like, we have to simplify the process for our clients, especially for new guests. Here's the deal. Clients are happy to do whatever. They're happy to do whatever. When you book a hotel reservation, you give the information, it's commonplace. When you go to the doctor's office, you have to fill out all these forms. Like when you buy a car, you have to give them all these things. Like people are used to doing transactional work when they have some sort of exchange of money for something that they want, right? What they're not used to is that it's not standardized in our industry. Some people do it this way, some people do it that way, some people like make it up as they go, some people do it sometimes and not all the time, right? And so what I would ask for you to do is take a good look at what this little part of your customer journey looks like in terms of booking new clients. Getting new clients. What does that look like? If you're doing all this work, you're doing the visibility work from Visibility Tenfold, my masterclass that literally will bring you in more clients next week if you do the work and stick with it. Like if you're doing visibility work, if you're showing up online, if you're taking care of your clients and actually a good hairdresser or a good salon, like these sort of things. If you're doing all of that, like what are they supposed to do? Like they're you can't lose them in that moment when you're like, here's the form you have to fill out, or like, oh, we'll call you back in like 3 days, and then like we don't know, and like maybe somebody will call you back. Like it needs to be streamlined. Front of the house, back of the house, everything needs to be simple, streamlined, efficient, systems, checks and balances. Like don't F this up stuff, right? And don't make the client feel like they're literally joining Ringling Brothers. Like we can't. As clients, they don't have capacity. As humans, we don't have capacity. We're so tired. We're tired of looking at our screen. We don't want to have to fill anything out. If you have a form, make it multiple choice with an option for people to write it in. Yes, people love to talk about themselves, and yes, we need to get the correct information, but don't make it harder than it needs to be. Ask yourself, am I willing to fill this out? Recently, I was auditing some forms for one of my clients, and this is part of what I do as a business coach. People, we talk about the work, they go do the work, they bring it back to me, I edit, audit, and make suggestions based on what they've done. And I was like, hey, that's not gonna work. You need to give them multiple choice. Like we can't be like leave it up to them. They're gonna be like, skip. Like I do that when I'm filling out stuff. Like I'm like, how can I put the shortest nothing answer here? Because I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to deal with it. I'm tired. I've got kids over here doing stuff. I've got a husband over there who's like, hey, what do you want for dinner? And I'm like, whatever. We need it to be fast. We need it to be easy. I'm telling you, if you put the threshold to entry too high or too complicated, people are not doing it. Now, you're probably like, well, wait, you just said don't have all these complicated forms, but you said you were auditing a form for one of your clients. Yes, in fact, I do. I think you should have client intake forms. I just think they should be simple. I think your policies should be simple and clear. Don't make people like have to pay you 3 times for their appointment before they've even come through the door. Sure, take care of your business, protect your business, but also like, don't make it harder than it needs to be. Don't make it harder than it needs to be at all, sorry. Like this stuff is simple, but we overcomplicate the heck out of it, which then makes our clients go, what the heck? So you need to look at just that little piece, that very, very beginning of you've done the visibility work, they're coming in. Now they're gonna now they're gonna come click on your stuff. They wanna book an appointment. They saw you, they found you, they like what you did. You had the magnetic pieces of your brand in there, and now we gotta move into the next part. It's closing the deal. It's saying like, hey girl, I wanna take you out. Like it's that. So don't be so complicated. Imagine if you got asked out on a date and they were like, and also, can you hopscotch 3 times and then go over here and do 10 jumping jacks? And then also, can you recite the ABCs backwards? And then, can I have your credit card and your social security number for like ever? And I'm gonna steal your identity. And then, you'd be like, what? Like, like people don't get it. They just wanna get their hair done. For real. Now, we as an industry have had a huge up level in the last decade. We have come a long ways. I'm proud of you for doing it, okay? I'm proud of us for doing it. Like forms and all of that, like you know, as an independent host salon back when we first opened as a rental salon only 18 years ago, like people would have been like, what, a form? Like, well, it's a rental salon. Like, I don't get it. I don't know what you mean. Like, what's up with that? In Southern California, no way. People will be like, no. But now, like as an industry, we've come a long way. Like people are like, okay, I can handle that. Like I can do that. But what we did is we've overcomplicated it in the process. And now people are like, what the F? Like, what is all this? And I personally have a friend who lives in New Jersey, and she went to a salon and they were like, okay, so we have a new policy today. And so we're going to require 50% of your deposit for your next appointment. And then you have to pay for your hair today. So she was going to pay 1.5 times for her hair today. I'm like, no, she gets to put a card on file. She's been a client for literally 6 years. You know what she did? She said, no, thank you. I won't be coming back because that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I have never no-showed. I've never done this. Like, no. Too many hurdles for her to jump. She's not an Olympian. She just wants to get her hair done. Don't overcomplicate the process for your clients by, like, doing things that are unreasonable. Protect your business at all costs. Yes. But do I think that the pendulum has gone way too far on policies and things like that? I do. I think that we do it as a knee-jerk reaction, and we often only enforce our boundaries when we're pissed and when we get burned, and we don't have them all the time, and then the wrong people get punished. Kind of like poor leadership in the salon too. Like you wait until like you're just like you've had it, and then you come down on everybody when really you should have just had a conversation with the person who was doing the thing wrong. It's that kind of thing for me. So like, don't overcomplicate any of this. This is kind of like 2 different conversations that I've squished here into this video, but it's all the same. Because if you have a very simple client form, but then you make them do all this stuff and they don't get it when it comes to paying and reserving their space, they're not gonna like that either, okay? So when it comes to everything in the salon and that little piece of the customer journey where we are getting new clients in and the customer experience in the beginning for first-time clients, simplify. Protect your business, do what you need to do, but simplify the process so that your clients are not confused.